Hello and welcome. Good morning. This is a online lesson for beginners and elementary. And in this lesson, you are going to learn how you can build your language. Now, I'm just going to share the video with other people so we can have more people joining in. I can see one person's already with us. Good morning. Thank you for joining this lesson today. Two people. Excellent. Off to a good start. Share. And I'm going to share it. Hola. LVS.com. Hola. Spanish-speaking country. I'm going to guess maybe Colombia. Am I right? Colombia? Sí, excellent, fantastic. Well, thank you very much. Buenos dias. My Spanish is not very good. I really want to learn Spanish. I think hola is one of the happiest words, actually. I mean, hello is a happy word, but I think hola is a really happy word because when you say hola, you finish in a smile. You finish with a smile on your face because of the sound ah. So yes, I think hola is a happy word. Thanks for your help. Now, this lesson is important for us. Yes, it is. So in this lesson, this is for beginners and elementary. And in this lesson, I am going to show you how you can build your language. I'm going to take some examples of the material that you will have in your books, but during this period, I'm going to show you some useful ways of how you can learn the language, even on your own. So with this, we're going to look at, first of all, word building. How do we learn new words? And what can we do to help us to remember these words? Where can we go to learn these words? And how can we, what exercises can we do to remember these words? I will also add a little bit of grammar, not too much, but a little bit of grammar. The grammar side of things is when we look at using new words in a sentence. So the two things we're looking at is new vocabulary and something called a lexical chunk. A lexical chunk is when you look at a word in a sentence or in a phrase. Okay? Now, the topic of the lesson is not going to be just one topic. I'm going to use different examples to help you develop. So we might look at maybe 3 different topics in this lesson to help you guys build your language. So let's begin. I think one of the things we can look at, I had it over here, and here we go. Right, verbs. So When we are looking at verbs, we know that you've got regular verbs and irregular verbs. And learning how to use these verbs properly in the right context, the pronunciation can be really difficult. Regular verbs ending with ed are easier to remember how to spell, but the pronunciation can be difficult. We then also have the irregular verbs, which can be... What's happened here? And we're back. Excellent. Fantastic. Thank you very much for being patient. Thank you very much for being patient. Internet problems. I think it is because so many people are at home using the internet that the internet is not being very good. So thank you for being patient. So verbs, regular, irregular, and then adjectives. Let's start. So when it comes to regular verbs, oh no, I think something's going to cut again. Unable to connect to chat. Please try later. Okay, hopefully we can continue. So when we have regular verbs, we know that the ending of the word is ed, such as talk, talked. So that's one kind. We then have ruin, ruined. Now, ruined is probably a new word. Ruined is when something that was good is made bad. So ruin, to ruin something, is to make something that is good bad. Now, I can ruin my shirt if I pull my shirt off. I can ruin my shirt if I play with my glasses and I am not careful and I drop and break my glasses, then I ruin my glasses. If I take my phone and I drop my phone and I break the screen, then I ruin my phone. So that is another example. And then we have this type of ending. Want, wanted. So we have three types of endings. First of all, pronunciation. Three different types of pronunciation. If the word is with a K, ed, so words like talk, ask, the ending of the ed is a T sound. So it becomes, and this is really difficult, the pronunciation of this. So if we try to look at talked and asked, the sound of the ed is a T sound. This is because K, K is a soft sound. And D, talk is, sorry, T is also a soft sound. So K-E-D makes a soft sound. The spelling of K-E-D makes a soft sound of a T. I'll write that in. Okay, so the spelling of K-E-D makes a T sound. How do we get it? Simple. We try to do this. We break it up. Talk, talk. So we've got this k, t, 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 talked, 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 talked. So to practice this, use your phone, speak into your phone and listen. Imagine you have drums and you've got the k and t, and slowly say it faster. So k, t, 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 k, t. Talked, 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 talked. Now, the same is with asked, but this time there's the s sound. Now, s is a soft, so the S is a soft sound. You have the k, which is also a soft sound. And then you have the ed with this, which is also a soft sound, making a T. So now we can do this. You've got sk, 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 sk. Imagine you are like a DJ and you've got like I don't know what they call it, like a CD, a disc, and you are sk, 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 sk. So you have to build it up. So sk, sk, and then add the T. Sk, t, 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 sk, 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 asked, 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 asked. Okay. Now, let's look at the sound of ruined. Now, the sound of ruined, the ed with ruined, is a hard sound of D. Now, this is because n is a hard sound, and the D is a hard sound. So when you have two hard sounds next to each other, the sound of the ED is hard. So you end up with ruined, nd, nd, d, d, d. So let's build this up. You've got n, 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 d, n, d, n, d, n, d, nd, 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 ruined, 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 ruined. The same is with a word like band, banned, meaning not allowed. So we've now done two. Now let's look at the third sound, tid. So wanted. When you have T plus ed, this makes a tid sound. So wanted, and this is the easiest one. A lot of students end up saying tid for most regular verbs, but it's actually meant to be just tid for wanted. And the same can be for the word like connected as well. So let's do this again. Id, 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 tid, 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 wanted, connected. So those are examples. What I would like you guys to do is in the back of these books, you do have vocabulary. You have words. So if you have any questions, please write in the chat section and just ask if you have got the pronunciation right. It's either a t sound, a T, a D, or an id sound. Okay. Now, how to build your language? How do we know how to use these words? Now, with regular verbs, we know that the construction of the language is subject plus verb plus object. So we know that we can use a pronoun like I plus the verb, such as walk or walked, plus to the shops, plus the object. What we need to think about is what type of word comes before and after. This is where grammar comes in. So if I think of a present simple, I know that my subject is going to be probably a pronoun, okay? Like I, he, she. I know that I can then have my verb, and then I can have my object. But my object, I need to think about my verb. So I walked to the shops. I listened to music. I watched a film. What I need to think about is, what is my object? Is it an action? Is it, am I talking about a location? Am I talking about a hobby? This will change the words that come after. So if it's an action of movement and I have a moving verb, I'm going to have two. So I walked to the shops. I went to I went to school. I moved to Colombia. If the verb is an action verb of movement, okay? Action of movement, then the next word is going to be the preposition to. Okay? So I walked to the shops. I went to school. I moved to Colombia. Here we have movement. So if the verb is a moving verb, I know my preposition is going to be to with my object. Now, what if the verb is not movement? How does this change? Now, if I look at words like watched, okay, or played, this is now an action, but this is an action of not a movement. This is, you're doing something. But in this case, I need an article now. So now I need to think of an article, maybe a, an, or the. So I watched a film. I watched the game because I'm talking about a specific game. Like I watched the game. I played the guitar. I could use a pronoun there as well. I played my guitar. That is an option. Um, I hmm, I I booked a flight. Okay, so these are different types of verbs. Some verbs, if they are movement, I need the preposition to. If if they are not movement, but they are an activity, a verb of an activity, then I'm not going to use to. I'm going to use an article and the object. The other um, the other thing we need to think about is if it is a possession that you're talking about. So, for instance, I played my guitar. I booked my flight to Spain. In this case, if I am talking about a possession, like my glasses, my shirt, then the construction when it's a possession is pronoun, such as I, plus verb, plus pronoun, but it's called a possessive pronoun. That's not important, such as my, plus noun, which is going to be an object. Object. So, I played my guitar. I booked my flight. Um, I cooked my dinner. I cooked my dinner. I cooked my dinner. Okay. So, those are some examples. But these are simple examples. We can add more and more to this. But I now want to talk about irregular verbs. So, time for irregular verbs. How can we remember irregular verbs? For me, it helps to write them again and again and again, and to create a song. So let's look at some typical, normal irregular verbs. We've got see and saw, come and came, go and went. Um, fly and flew. Eat and ate. How can we remember? What we can do, and I would say when you learn new irregular verbs, choose 5 at a time. 5 at a time. And then create a little beat, a song. The way the song works is you say the present verb and the past simple verb. So you end up with something that sounds like seesaw, seesaw, come, came, go, went, fly, flew, eat, ate. Okay? I am going to do this slowly. Please repeat after me. See, actually, your hand can help you. If it's the present, here. Put your hand here. If it's the past, do this. So we can go see, saw, come, came, go, went, fly, flew, fly, flew, eat, ate. So the movement of your hand helps you to remember the present and the past simple. So choose 5. Look in your books at the very back, and you can find words, regular and irregular verbs. Choose, chose. Actually, let's do 5 more. So choose, chose, make, made, do, did. Break, broke. Oh, nope. Okay, I can only think of, why can I only think of four? Take, took. So repeat after me. Choose, chose, choose, chose, choose, chose, make, made, make, made, make, made, do, did, break, broke, break, broke, take, took, take, took. Pronunciation. In case any of you have a difficulty with the L sound, this is some help. Let me tell you. The L sound. The L sound is a long sound. Is well, let's see. L. It's not long, it's not short. The R sound, the R, is a longer sound. So to help you do this, start off with the sound N. N, N, N. Your tongue is here at the front. Curl your tongue back to here. L, 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 L. Okay, so you just have to do this with your tongue, and then it's this action. L, L. Then to get the R sound, your tongue is here. So not up here, just here. And it's a long sound. Get your arm and do this. Make a rabbit face and go R, R, R. That is a technique that can help you with the sound L and R. Now, how can we learn how to use these words in a sentence, a lexical chunk? Well, just like we did with the regular verbs, it's the same thing. Is the verb an action verb of movement? Is it an activity verb? Okay, so let's start off. See, saw. I saw a film. Now, this is because this is, in this case, saw is let's call it an activity verb. So because it's an activity verb, I am going to use an article, just like watched. I watched a film. I saw a film. Fly. Now, there's different prepositions we can use with fly, but usually this is going to be to, because fly is a verb of movement. So I flew to Malta. This is because, like I said, flew is uh, a, a moving verb, an action verb, an action of movement verb. Eat, ate. I ate. Now, here we can probably go straight for the object because, for instance, I ate pizza. I ate spaghetti. I ate pasta. So I don't need a preposition or an article with ate, for example. I ate pizza. This is simply subject plus verb plus object, where we have pronoun plus verb plus noun or object noun. If we look at do, well, that's a lot of possibilities, but typically speaking, I do or I did. I did. Now, this is probably an activity most of the time. This isn't going to be a verb of movement. So we can go with, in a present simple, I did the washing. I did the homework. Now, if you use the washing or the homework, we can also talk about my. So I did my washing. I did my homework. So with this activity, we can see we need an article or the personal pronoun of my. The possessive pronoun of my washing, my homework. If we look at break, broke. Now, I broke again. And now this is an action where there is a result. This is not a movement. It follows the same thing as before. I either am talking about something that is like I broke my phone, I broke your phone, I broke her phone. So there's the pronoun there, but at the same time, I can also use an article, like I broke a glass, I broke the window, I broke the computer. So here we've got a verb, which is broke, plus an article, such as a or an or the. But we can also have the verb broke plus a pronoun of my, your, her, his. What was the other one? Take. Take. Take is the same thing. It's again, this is not an action in it like I went. This follows the same structure. So, for instance, now it is a bit strange. I'm going to show you why. So, I took a train. I took a plane. I took a train to London. I took a plane to Florida. This is strange because we are talking about movement, but we are putting the preposition after the type of transport. This is because I cannot say I took to train. This is because the structure is as follows. Pronoun, but here we go. Pronoun happening here. Here we go. Pronoun plus the verb took. Now you always take an object. Now this is important. Now I am talking about a specific object, and therefore I need an article plus an article like a plus transport. Now this is really specific. When we are talking about transport, you're going to use the word take or took plus article plus transport. So when I am talking about the type of transport, even though I'm talking about movement, this does not have the same rule as using went, or this has a different rule. So I took a train. I took a train. I took a plane. I took a plane. So it's important to remember there are certain differences, and we need to know these differences. So please write them down again and again and again. And I think that was all of them. Yeah, that was all of them. Ooh, actually, did I do choose? I don't think I did choose. I'll do choose because I don't think I did choose. You always choose something. Now, there are many possibilities. And it depends what your verb, if you're going to add another verb. So, for example, let's look at the construction. You've got subject, such as I, plus the verb to choose or chose, plus article plus object. So, for instance, I chose the film. I chose the music. Now, this is just the action of choosing. There is another construction that we need to know of. Subject plus the verb to choose or chose plus to plus another verb, such as and now this is going to be an action verb, plus object. Now, look at the difference. I chose to buy the tickets. I chose to go to Spain. I chose to do my homework. So we need to think really carefully. If there's going to be two verbs in your sentence, we probably need the to come after the chose or choose. If there's not going to be another verb, then we have to go with an article and then the noun. So it's, again, Look at the comments in the live chat and see if you can make your own examples, and then tell me. Um, so we have looked at. I need to. I need to charge my. I need to charge my laptop. It's about to go. There we go. Okay. Now, I did say I was going to look at adjectives. So let's look at. If you have any questions, please write in the live chat. So what was I thinking of? Yes, adjectives. Now, when you learn adjectives, remember the construction of how to use them in a sentence. So I, let's see, am, no, she is, let's go with this, okay. She is lovely. He is nice. Okay. You can see that you have the pronoun plus the verb plus the adjective. Now we need to think of what words come after. And for this, we need to think, what are we trying to say? Let's start off with if we want to say why. So if it's a why, we would say, she is lovely because she is nice. What we are doing is we're making present simple plus because plus present simple. We can also do this with words like and. She is lovely and she is kind. She is lovely and she is kind. Although I can say a better sentence is she is lovely and kind. So I don't need to say the same sentence twice. This is better. So what I am doing is I'm making a present simple. And my construction is pronoun, plus verb plus adjective plus and plus adjective. Okay, so pronoun plus verb plus adjective plus and plus adjective. Pronoun plus verb plus adjective plus and plus adjective. So I know that when I use an adjective, I need a verb before and I need a linking word afterwards, like because or and. Now, you might ask me, what about prepositions? Now, this depends on what type of adjective we are using. Um, Actually, while I'm doing this, let me just share with you a really good website. Okay. So here we have, I'm going to put it in the live section here. This is a really good dictionary. There's also the Oxford one. I actually really like the Oxford one. Oxford English Dictionary. There's so many different versions of it, though. I'll share it in the comment section later. One way to learn new words in English is when you see a new word in English, go to an English dictionary. It is a really good way to remember. Now, prepositions. Some adjectives do have prepositions, such as scared. So I can say, I am scared of ghosts. The preposition scared, sorry, the adjective scared always has the same preposition of. I am scared of ghosts. I am frightened. I am frightened of. I am frightened by. I'm frightened of. I'm frightened of ghosts as well. So you do have some adjectives. I can only think of negatives. I am terrified of the dark. Terrified is really, really scared. Is it will give you, it will show you how to use the word and the type of prepositions that you can use with the word as well. So there's a lot there. And that is how you can develop, build. That is how you can build your language. That is the technique. When you learn a new word, don't just learn the word. Learn the word in sentences. Write the sentences. Say the sentences again and again and again. Use your phone. Speak into your phone. Listen to yourself on your phone. It's a really, really good way to learn English, because if you write the word in your book and just the word, you don't learn how to use it. Also, you are probably using your dictionary on your phone, and you might be translating. So if you are Spanish speaking, you might see a word in English and you write it into your dictionary and it translates into Spanish. That can help, but that is not going to help you learn the word. once you know what the word means, you need to use the word. You need to write the word down. You need to speak it, say it, sorry, again and again and again. Also, if you are Italian, French, or Spanish speaking, yes, there are lots of words in English, especially adjectives, that are very similar to words in Spanish, Italian, and French. But there's also lots of words that are similar, but they have different meanings. So you need to be careful there. If your first language is not a Latin based language like Japanese, you won't, I don't think you will have this same problem in confusing two words that sound very similar. But the idea is the same. You need to repeat again and again and again. So, guys, thank you very much for watching today. If I was too fast for some of you, I am sorry. I hope most of you understood. Please look at the live chat. And if you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. If you have, or on Facebook, please do so. For next week, I will let everyone know tomorrow what the timetable for live lessons will be next week. So, thank you very much. Have a really good day. Stay safe. And I will see you, because this was beginner and elementary. So I will see you guys next week. Have a really good weekend. Thank you very much. Have a good day.